Hi everybody, welcome to the Heart of New Jersey podcast. I'm Kira, your host, and alongside me we have Debbie from Norz Hill Farms. Welcome.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, and I'm happy to be on the farm today. It's beautiful out, it's nice and toasty.
But there's a great breeze.
There is, yes, it's beautiful.
So Kira, this is not your first trip to the farm.
This is not, no.
So can you tell everyone how you wound up at the farm the first time?
Sure, so when I was very young. I think I was like maybe 10,
12,
somewhere around then. I went to the 4-H fair and I was like, oh my gosh, how do I get involved with the cows? I was like, I love the cows, I want one, need to have one, how do I get involved? So that's how I stumbled upon Norz Hill Farms, and I leased a cow from you guys, multiple cows from you guys for a few years, and it was absolutely amazing. I loved them. They were like my children. I was like, this is my baby, I need to take care of them.
Yeah, it was. We did it for, I would say, the farm, the family did it for well over 35 years, where they were letting kids come, take animals and bring them to the fair so that they learned how to work with them. So
it was an amazing experience, and I think especially kids nowadays don't get to have that like hands-on. Everybody's stuck in their phones, playing games on their phones, doing this, doing that. You need to like get out there, get the experience, be hands-on, have the farm life experience. I feel like that's super important to learn certain skills and everything. But yeah, that is how I stumbled upon you guys. Now, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about your background and how you're involved in the farm? And,
sure, I married into it.
Yes.
So I did it the old-fashioned way. No, so when Rich and I met in 4-H, and they were milking cows at the time, and so the rest is kind of history. He asked me to marry him within 9 months. We were married in 2.5 years.
When you know, you know.
You know, you know. And 30 some years later, here we are. But so I had a full-time job off the farm for many years, and the place had closed. So now I'm full-time on the farm, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's... The business closing was the right thing to happen to get me to be like, okay, this is it, I'm here.
We're doing it full time.
We're doing it.
Going all in. Yep, that's awesome. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about like the family history of the farm? So you said that they started milking, they showed cows.
The family bought the farm in 1922.
Okay.
Right, and so it would have been my father-in-law's grandparents.
Okay.
Right. And then his parents took over, and his dad died when my father-in-law was 16.
Okay.
And so at that time, they were actually more into turkeys and chickens and selling eggs, and they had a few dairy cows. Well, my father-in-law was not a fan of the chickens and such, so they grew the dairy. And we were up to milking, in 2009, before we stopped, we were up to milking 300 head twice a day. So we had roughly over 1,000 cows between calves and on up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a lot.
That is a lot. Yeah.
It was a lot. But,
did you know what you were getting yourself into?
Nah, it didn't matter.
No.
Love is blind.
That is true.
But no, it was great. And so so it's interesting. So this year we have hatched over 60 turkeys.
Wow.
So it's funny how it started one way and how
now you're kind of going back. Yeah.
Cycles through. I mean, that's not our prime focus. Our prime focus is, beef and pork, vegetables, agritourism.
Yeah.
We're mostly known, I would say, a lot for our pumpkins, because I still have people come in and go, you really you raise all the meat here? I'm like, yeah, we raise all the meat here. I didn't know that. Yeah. We do. So
you guys do a little bit of everything.
Yep.
What are some challenges and rewards you've learned throughout the process of being on the farm?
So the challenge is always the weather.
Yeah.
Right? So, we were talking about this a little bit before, that farmers are never happy with the weather.
Yeah.
It's too hot, it's too wet.
Cold. Yep.
Right? But, it's a challenge, but you just keep working through it, and you learn how to deal and adjust, and I believe God provides.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of going through all that. And so rewarding is my faith, right?
Yep.
Rewarding is my family. Rewarding is the 6th generation is now here. She'll be a year old very soon.
Aww.
So we're super excited about that.
Get her right to work.
Yeah, she's already been in the tractors with Dad, you know, going and just cutting hay or planting, whatever it was. I don't
Get her used to
and then one other fun thing that we're going to be doing in September, we're partnering with Cafe Basilico this year. We're going to have a farm-to-table event here and benefit CAN, which is Community Access Network in Hillsborough Township. It's the Hillsborough Township Food Bank.
That's awesome.
So we're super excited.
And what's the date for that?
We don't have the date
it. Okay, all right. I was going to say.
But I will get that too, I promise. So we're excited about it. We're looking probably at $95 a plate, where most of that money is going to go right to CAN to be able to help supply.
That's awesome. And especially in September, perfect time of year for that.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome. So you guys have the Scare Farm.
We do have Scare Farm,
yes, that's a huge attraction that brings in a lot of people to the farm.
It does, and when it brings it in, people don't realize, that's where they really don't realize that we have the meat, because the meat is one thing that we actually, the haunt sells with that, and there's going to be some people that may not like this, but I can tell when a young man comes out with a girl he's trying to impress and he's protected her, and I can pull out a tomahawk steak and go, this is the piece of meat that you really want. And they go, oh, I do. Oh my gosh, look at that piece of meat, right? So as silly as it is, that really helps promote you know, the pumpkins and the meat and everything that we have on the farm.
Yeah, so, give people the exposure to see everything that you guys have to offer, which is awesome.
It is.
And then you guys also do holiday lights in the winter.
We do holiday lights, extending our meat season, right? Like there's no vegetables really in the winter.
Yeah.
But we do have the eggs and the milk at that point. But yeah, so holiday lights is a lot of fun. And I've tried not to tell everyone and give everything away, but probably one of the coolest things, we started it because Santa went behind plexiglass at the mall, and I was really upset.
Oh, no.
So that year, Mr. and Mrs. Claus were on the wagon, and the other hay wagon would pull right up, and your kids could stand here, and Mr. and Mrs. Claus were here, and your kids got a picture with Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
So Mr. and Mrs. Claus greet the children by their name when they come off the wagon, because we have a special tip that we do. And they have an interactive snowball fight with the elves.
Oh.
So
it's a whole experience.
It is an experience.
Yes, that's awesome. Do you want to talk a little bit about school trips and agricultural programs that you guys do on the farm?
Yeah. So we do a lot of school tours for usually younger kids.
Okay.
We've done them for middle schools before. We'll gear them right to them, where we're doing different activities that match up with their science programs.
Okay.
They really have to be designed at that point to do that. But we do school tours mostly with young kids in the spring. We do them and we seed plants.
Okay.
If we do anything in the summer, we usually have them go and pick vegetables. And then in the fall, we go through all the animals. We go through all the animals with all the programs. But then in the fall, they get a small pumpkin and gourd that they can carry.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. And that, again, goes in hand with, like, the 4-H and being a part of that, like, getting that experience. That gives them a little taste of...
Right. I mean, we're honest, but we're not brutal, right? Like, you know, one of the questions is, probably my favorite lesson is pulling out 2 different colored eggs and explaining that the quality of the egg is based on what the chicken eats.
Okay.
All right. And that the outside of the egg is no different than our skin tone, right? Because we're all the same on the inside.
Yeah.
And you have little kids going, well, duh. And you've got people, and I just watch adults' expressions.
Yeah.
It's one of my, and they're like, oh yeah. So that's probably one of my favorite lessons to teach.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
And then as far as schools, we've been getting. There was a federal program that's going to sunset in October, and right now the state is working on an appropriation for $6.5 million to connect farmers directly with schools.
That's amazing.
And so we've been connecting with Hillsborough, and Manville and Somerville has contacted us as well. get proteins and eggs and vegetables and things like that in the school to local. If I don't have them, I can go and source them from another farmer, and it lists that farmer on there so that the school knows what farm it's coming from, and the Department of Ag knows as well to know that this is a great thing that's happening.
Yeah. So. That kind of leads me into my next question. What is the importance of local food?
The importance of local food is knowing that it's fresh.
Yes.
Right? And I'm feeding that same food to my family. So if I'm feeding that food to my family, it's got to be safe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest things. You know, you're reducing carbon footprint. You know, some people may not, you know, that may not be their thing, but you know, by supporting a local farm such as ourselves, then we in turn are able to support other community organizations, and it works. And I hire local kids, and by hiring local kids, they're getting a job, they're getting an education that, you know,
they wouldn't be able to get anywhere else.
They wouldn't be able to get working at McDonald's or anything like that.
Definitely not.
I've got amazing youth that are working for us right now. We're very grateful.
Yeah, that's awesome. Do you want to talk a little bit about how the farm stays sustainable? Kind of ties into that a little bit.
So we farm over 900 acres, right? Between soybeans, corn, hay, the animals, and vegetables, and all those things. So it's not easy. It's tough, right? That's why we appreciate everybody who comes and supports us. It really means a lot, whether they're just getting a tomato and an ear of corn, or whether they're buying all the burgers for their picnic because they want everyone to go, that was the best burger I've ever had, right? Sorry. But, you know, that's how the farm is sustainable, by community support.
Yeah.
You know, that means the world to us.
Definitely. Yeah. And speaking of community, I know you guys have a CSA program, which is a little different than how most function.
Yes.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how yours works?
Sure. So you would leave a deposit, and then depending on where your deposit is, we put an additional amount on that, and then it's kind of like a debit program where you just decrease and you get what you want on your terms. Not that I have 1,000 extra onions in the field and everybody's getting onions for the next 3 weeks, right? Some people appreciate it, and some people like, I've had enough onions, thank you. And growing for a CSA is very tough.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that people like to get what they want on their terms. That's what I would want. And so that's why it's appealing to me, and the customers that do it appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's nice that it's different from all the other farms in the area, that you guys are offering something that is customizable to other people.
Yeah.
What's your vision for the next generation of the farm?
You know, I don't know.
Okay.
Right? I hope that everything is still able to be here for them. If they choose to do this path. You know, our farm is preserved. We farm a lot of preserved ground, which is great. So all that land will be here for them to access.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We just don't know what it's going to look like, right? Like, things have changed so much in the past 30 years, right? Talking about an enclosed cab, right? For the safety of, I look at the big farms out in the West where their kids are in there and they're operating these types of machinery, and how safe it is for them because they can't fall off or they can't get bounced out. So those type of opportunities, and who knows, right? Like, who knows what the next trend will be, whether, you know.
Maybe it'll go back to just turkeys. Maybe
they'll go back to just turkeys and chickens. It's a lot. But, you know, I'm not sure what it looks like, but I just want to make sure that it's here for future generations, even if it isn't ours. And I know that's weird to say, but so that the land is here and everyone can access local food and understand
it's being used for the right purposes. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, we have a little rapid fire fun. section. So whatever you think of off the top of your mind when I ask these questions, just say it. All right? Okay. What's your favorite crop to grow?
My favorite crop to grow is probably tomatoes,
Okay.
because as they grow, like the flowers start, and then the fruit comes behind the flower, and then they're green.
Yep.
And if I can get somebody to make me fried green tomatoes, that's awesome. And then from there, then they go to whatever color they are, right? Whether they're red, whether they're yellow. Heirloom tomatoes, I guess there's probably, because heirloom tomatoes are just fun.
Yeah.
Right? The flavors, the lower acid in the heirlooms.
I have to say, I'm really excited that you said that, because I am priding myself on becoming a tomato farmer.
Nice.
I have 3 tomato plants at home.
Nice.
And they're just starting to get the fruit on them, so I'm very excited. I feel like a proud mother.
And what type of tomatoes do you have?
I have a couple different types, so we'll see what ends up actually coming out of them. But
Okay.
got some big ones, some small ones. We'll see. But I'm excited about it. Beefsteak.
Cherokee purple.
That one I didn't remember.
Okay.
And I think
Goldie, and then I had a cherry tomato.
Okay.
So we have a couple going.
So just so you know, honestly and truly,
Okay.
the yellow ones, the orange ones have less acid in them. So if
That's good to
tomatoes
know.
give you a lot of agita,
Okay.
if you make a tomato sauce,
Yeah.
it's going to look weird, right? Because it's made with yellow
Yeah.
tomatoes, but it's going to be less acidity.
Huh, okay. Fun fact.
And if you make it, always put a carrot in. My
Oh.
uncle, who was,
In tomato sauce?
yeah, that's the
carrot.
sweetener. You don't need to
Oh.
put sugar or anything like that in. My uncle, very Italian, put a tomato or put a carrot in.
Oh my gosh, good to
Yeah.
know. All right, second one. What is the best farm snack? When you're on the farm for the day, you're running around, what's the best snack to grab?
Cheese.
Cheese.
Sorry, I'm a cheeseaholic.
What kind of cheese though? Any cheese?
Anything that does not have anything hot in it.
Okay, nothing spicy.
Nothing spicy. Oh gosh, no, nothing spicy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so if I did have something spicy, a nice glass of chocolate milk,
Okay.
that's a great farm snack. You know,
Okay.
I'm not one of the people that can just eat a tomato, right? Like,
Yeah.
it has to be between bread,
Yeah.
little salt, and I don't do mayo. So,
Okay. All right, what's the most memorable visitor story that you have?
I love when people come in and go, this is a real farm, right? Like, I can tell this is a real farm. Look, you
Yeah.
can see the cows, you can see the goats. What's over there? You know,
It's a real farm.
It's a real
Like, yes.
farm, and when people are asking questions, and I love that. It's
Yeah.
because they
They're
want to
interested,
learn.
yeah.
They want to learn. They want to know where their food comes from, and they want that experience.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really do.
I mean, it makes you probably feel great that people are appreciating your hard work that all of you and your staff are putting into
Yeah. I
the
actually,
day-to-day.
I just had somebody recently come in when you said memorable, tried to give me a tip, and I said to him, "Oh no," I said, "Go ahead and put it in the jar. The jar's for the food bank." And he goes, "Oh no, I want to give this to you because you work so hard."
Oh, wow.
I'm like, I honestly and truly can't take it.
Yeah.
And his wife goes, "Just put it in the food bank, dear." So that's
amazing,
That was
yeah.
last weekend.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, it's very fresh.
Yeah.
But, you know, those types of things are really cool.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome. All right, last rapid fire question. Would you prefer fall or summer on the farm?
fall.
I was gonna say I definitely would prefer fall.
I am not a person that likes excessive heat.
Yeah, no, me either.
So I am a fall girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Just
with
the
my-
atmosphere of
yeah.
everything too.
Well, the atmosphere,
Yeah.
the cooler temperatures.
Yeah,
Right.
you got the fall fest,
The fall fest.
the apple cider donuts, all the good stuff, the pumpkin pies.
All that good stuff.
All right, so thank you so much for having us today. This was awesome, and I hope everybody is able to get out and visit you guys throughout the year.
I would appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
and-
you so much for coming. I appreciate
course.
you guys thinking of coming to our farm
Of course, yeah.
and sitting down and chatting with me.
Yeah, this is great. And how can people visit or find you or get more involved?
So the best way is to follow me on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
I don't control our website.
Okay.
And so I don't remember to email the changes.
Yeah.
And they can't be made on the weekends, so follow us on Instagram and Facebook, please.
That's where all the updates are.
That's where all the updates are, and you'll see Farmer Debbie and her cheesy smile.
We love it. All right, well, this was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We'll see you soon at the 4-H fair.
I will be there a little bit, yep.
Yes, we'll see you there.
All right.
All right, awesome.
Thanks.
Thanks.